Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia and we have a little update on DC animation. Well, as many of you know, this past weekend we had San Diego Comic-Con 2022, and with that we got a lot of announcements from Warner Brothers. They did a big Hall H presentation where they focused on their live action stuff, but we actually found out about 4 new animated movies coming to 2023 and a potential sequel that's being rumored. Now, at Comic-Con, DC announced that we're going to get, now DC is pretty consistently putting out these animated movies. The latest, Green Lantern Beware My Power, actually releases today, so I've linked that down below. It was a pretty good time and really does expand that new DC animated universe, what many of us are calling the TomorrowVerse, in some great ways, adding some awesome characters. I did have a good time watching it. So anyway, DC announced 4 new movies. And at least 3 of these will release next year, with potentially all of them, so we'll have to wait and see. Now they all do kind of go in some different directions here, so let's break each one of them down. The first movie they announced is Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. Now this is based on an Elseworlds comic, meaning it's not in that primary continuity, and it's actually a Lovecraftian timepiece set in the 1920s with Batman, but also some very, very real creatures of the night. This is a bit of a different direction for the Bat, and I am curious on what they're going to do. I actually never read the comic until this announcement came, and I actually grabbed the first issue and had a ball, so I really am looking forward to what's going to go on here. I think my biggest question around The Doom That Came to Gotham is whether or not Jensen Ackles will return to voice the part. Fans liked him in The Long Halloween, and I really do want to see where he takes Batman in the future. The guy seems to have a genuine good time playing the part. The second one announced is Legion of Superheroes. Now many of us are already pretty excited for the Legion coming via the Brian Michael Bendis series, but now they are getting their own animated movie. Now obviously the big question here becomes which version of the team will this film focus on, and I have to say more than likely it won't be the Bendis version since that one's getting its own series. The Legion has a massive fan base that I think is very underserviced, and this should be pretty popular with fans, and I look forward to seeing how DC brings a new Legion to the screen. Now the third one they announced is Justice League Warworld, and it looks like in the new TomorrowVerse, the League is going to take on Mongol and his Warworld. Now if you're a fan of the comics and various animated series, you know the scale of this could make this film a lot of fun. I actually think this will be the first global crisis this new version of the Justice League will face, and I am glad they're using Mongol and Warworld, which has been underserviced in previous animated movies. It is a pretty cool concept. Fans of Young Justice know Warworld pretty well now because Vandal Savage is controlling it, but classically in the comics it's something quite different, and I hope they really grab hold of that here. Now the last one they announced continues DC's new trend into manga, and that would be RWBY and the Justice League. Now the recent comic series actually saw these manga monster hunters team up with the Justice League. It was a limited series of books, but it appears now the story is getting its own animated movie. Like most of these, it'll probably be based on those books, but with those typical alterations for time to make it fit into the animated movie format of about 90 minutes. Now I have to say, I'm pretty excited about more DC manga. Last year we got Greg Weisman's Catwoman Hunted, which was also done in this manga style that connected with fans and was a pretty big hit, so I am pretty excited to see how this works out. Now, they didn't make an announcement, but they did mention a sequel to another movie, and that would be Justice Society World War II. Now if you remember, that movie saw the Flash go back in time and team up with his predecessor Jay Garrick, along with Wonder Woman and the Justice Society. The movie was a pretty good time, and it sounds like they're making some plans to bring those characters back to the small screen. I'm unsure if there'll be another time-traveling Flash element, but I really do think you could just pick up with Wonder Woman and her crew and run with it. So this is also something to look forward to, we just don't have very many details. Now, obviously we cover everything DC animation on this channel, so if you want all the DC news, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? What do you think about all of these new animated movies coming from DC Films? And out of the 4 announced, which one are you most excited for? I have to say, The Doom That Came to Gotham should be something unique. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.